who've rolled up on scene, and there you see they're starting to move, but there's also an SUV, a black SUV, windows blown out, what appears to be gunfire, bullet holes in the windshield there, and we understand one, perhaps two suspects are down.
We're also getting reports that an officer may have been injured as well, but we're hearing that officer is okay. Again, fluid situation right now. This is, we believe, that black SUV in question, the same SUV.
Williams, what are you hearing from your place?
Lester, we've been told by two law enforcement officials that one suspect is in custody and that two have been shot, and one of the two that's been shot is believed to be dead. Now, obviously, these are the first reports from the scene, but we've heard this from both local and federal officials that.
Both local and federal officials. Okay. So one of them's in custody, two of them's been shot, one of them's dead.
Miguel Almaguer, you're near the original shooting scene. What are you hearing from there?
Lester, good evening. It's still very busy here at the crime scene, and we're told that live picture that you're looking at from our KNBC affiliate here in Los Angeles over the crime scene is just a few miles away from us. We know it's very active. I just walked away from a press conference where I did hear the public information officer tell us that it looks like one person has been engaged in a gun battle, and that person may be dead. The officer would not confirm that it was connected to this shooting, but she certainly
I hope it's connected to the shooting, because you just killed him.
Alluded to it, saying they were looking for a suspect in a dark SUV. That is the suspect who was in that shootout with police. So certainly a very active crime scene here, Lester. Police also told us originally they were looking for three suspects. Three suspects, and the officer telling us a short time ago at that press conference that only one suspect was engaged with a police officer in a gun battle. We're told again, it appears that suspect has been hit, may have been killed, but again, police were looking for three suspects, so that search all across this region for two more suspects, Lester, certainly underway.
And at the scene, have they finished their search now at the...
Okay, now it's changed. Now it's only one person. Two are on the loose.
California today, scene of a deadly shooting, 14 people dead, at least 17 injured, all leading to this late afternoon standoff here between police, SWAT, and the suspects. As many as three suspects
in an
SUV cornered in a deadly shootout. And right now, police waiting to make their move and try to get inside that vehicle as they assess the threat. Miguel Almaguer is in San Bernardino. Bring us up to speed, Miguel.
Lester, I can tell you that scene that you're looking at, the live picture of our affiliate KNBC, is coming from 2 miles away from where the shooting all began earlier this afternoon. Police are officially telling us their officer was involved with a gun battle with one person inside that SUV. While they will not confirm that is the suspect or suspects wanted in this shooting here, it certainly seems to be the indication. They were looking for a black SUV. This is a dark-colored SUV. They were engaged in a gun battle with that suspect. Now, we're also told from officials here on scene that only one person was involved in this shooting. So we don't know where those other two suspects are. Police told us they were originally looking for 3 suspects. They appear to have found one 2 miles away. This entire area, Lester, this entire region remains on lockdown as police scour the area for the other 2 suspects. Certainly a developing situation. As you can see, police moving in very slowly here. There is concern that the suspect or suspects may have had pipe bombs or explosive materials. So police are using extreme caution as they approach this scene. They certainly don't want any officers injured. We are told at this hour no officers have been injured in this attack. They'll focus now certainly on those suspects.
Turned out to be not true.
And as we noted a moment ago, there are some conflicting reports on the status of the suspects. They may, in fact, we're told at least 2 of them be in that vehicle. But
so now they said, whoa. So the guy on the scene getting reports from officials, they're telling him 1. Lester over in New York says, well, we're getting 2. We're getting information of 2 people in this. Okay, well, thanks, Lester.
But this is going to sort out as long as it takes. With law enforcement here, obviously their first concern right now is the safety of officers and bringing this to an end and hopefully rounding up all 3 suspects. Pete Williams, what do you have before we go on?
3 again.
Well, I think we're getting a little more clarity now on the situation here.
Uh-oh. Let's go to Washington. They probably have a better grasp of the situation all the way in Washington, D.C.
Because this information has been conflicting.
No shit.
The best information we have now, of the three, one person is in that SUV you're looking at, has been shot dead.
Dead.
The second person in the car has been wounded.
In the car? What is he talking about? He says the first person in the SUV has been shot and is dead. The second person in the car? What car? What is he talking about? He means the SUV because, listen, he'll even go on to say...
Wounded, appears to be moving around a little bit, certainly still alive, breathing, holding a weapon.
How can he tell that from Washington, D.C.? Moving around? Where's the... What footage does he have? Can we please have that footage? So now he's saying there's two in here. One's dead and the other one's moving around.
And that's why they're approaching it in such a guarded manner.
So you know he's talking about the SUV because he said they're approaching it, even though he called it a car. So he called it an SUV the first time. Then the second time he almost stops and goes out of his way to call it a car. It's almost like he's giving the impression there's two. If you're not paying attention, he's giving the impression there's two vehicles, but there's not. There's just one. So now there's two in here. Well, thanks for clarifying that, Washington.
And the third thing that we're worried about is explosive devices in that car, and they're looking at that as well. That leaves us the third person that was originally in the car that we had been told rolled out of the car when the police confronted him. Our initial information was that person was taken into custody.
Okay.
Now what we're being told is that is not the case, that person is being chased, Lester.
Okay, so he rolled out of the car as police confronted him, and then he ran, and they didn't blow his brains out. They put 100 gunshots in that SUV.
All right, so as we said, a very volatile situation. We're following.
Volatile. But this is the kicker. I hope you all have hung through this, because the whole time this has been going on, this has been going on for about 34 minutes. The whole time. There's a dead body right there. The whole time. Let's take it up here at the very beginning. I'll show it to you.
Focus right now on the SWAT teams and the officers who rolled up on scene. And there you see they're starting to move.
Is it at the very beginning? It's 3:22.
A black SUV. Windows.
Boom. There he is. There's a dead body there for 34 minutes. And they don't even see it. And they don't even report it. The officials are giving them 8 different versions of the story. And there's a dead body right there. What's this? Oh, ABC.
Expected. The attention may be on that back seat. They seem to be pretty much lined up.
There's the dead body right there.
Say that again, Michael.
Bill Thomas is now live in Air 7 HD. Bill, what do you have for us?
This is the end of the pursuit. It happened on San Bernardino Avenue, just west of Mountain View at Shedder. Folks in the area, folks in the neighborhood, they know this intersection very well. A lot of folks in the neighborhood, most likely they're being told to stay indoors, hunker down. This is still an active situation. There's the SUV involved in the shootout and the end of the chase. We still have not confirmed that this is the SUV involved with the shooting from earlier this morning. A lot of indications leading some credibility to that, but we have to wait for the official word from law enforcement on the ground. That is a bullet-riddled SUV.
Yeah, no shit.
Here's what we can show you. SWAT officers, Rialto, also
this is what they can show you.
Other agencies here, they have that SUV completely surrounded. They believe that there's a suspect in the back seat, possibly. So they've got it surrounded. The doors are open.
Suspect.
And the bulk of the windows have been shot out. That's what we can show you. What we can't show you at the bottom of your screen is one person who was shot and killed may have been a suspect in that vehicle, and he's down on the ground.
So the guy in the helicopter, he ends up knowing more than the news anchors, getting paid probably 10 times more than he is. It's unbelievable. And just so they keep showing the footage, but they keep trying to dodge that dead body, but they actually don't really, because He accidentally show
and
it
they can save themselves, not have to
over
use their
here
canine to go
as they're.
into that situation.
What happens if
because,
a
again,
body
that
falls
canine
out of there? So they
is
start to
very
zoom
vulnerable if
back, and they
someone
end up
who's
showing the
covered
other
arm
dead
is
body
not
over
ready.
here.
Valuable,
There
and
he
of
is.
course, and they treat the canine just as another officer. Back to the scene where the SUV is.
Look, NBC needs to get their crap together. That's just bizarre.